begin with breaking news. This man with his hands in the air is the same man that police say shot local sports director Kyle Kraska today. The suspect surrendered to officers just 60 minutes ago in front of 10 news cameras at a home in El Cajon. And this scene has been unfolding at 3 locations for the past 8 hours.
We have team coverage of the surrender, the hospital where Kraska is out of surgery tonight, and Kraska's home, which is still a crime scene. Let's begin with 10 News reporter Emily Valdez in El Cajon. Emily.
Yeah, I'm live here on Norton Street. We are in El Cajon, and I can tell you, it was quite the scene out here. We had snipers on the roofs of houses. The neighborhood was evacuated. However, our cameras were able to stay right in front of the scene because we were holed up in someone's home. I want to show you right behind me here. That's the van, the Superior painting van that 54-year-old Mike Montana was supposedly last seen leaving that scene in that van, and they've been looking for that van all day. A neighbor saw the van after it had been on the news, called police, and Mike Montana actually had been renting a room back in, actually a back house behind this house, and police swarmed the place about 7 o'clock, and it was probably about 8:30 when the SWAT team arrived, and they called out to him right around 10 o'clock or so a couple times. He came out with his hands up. He was saying, "Yes, sir," "No, sir," so he was being polite and cooperative with the officers. He was wearing a green sweatshirt, and he basically just got into the police car, and that was it. So it was a peaceful surrender, but quite the scene out here, and a lot of neighbors displaced and kind of in shock about what happened over here. Now, just to give you an idea of where we are, we're on Norton Street. We're just off Prescott. It's near Chase, and we're just east of the 8. So that is the scene, which is now over in El Cajon. He's being booked right now. Emily Valdez, 10 News.
Emily, before we let you go, just wanted to ask you a question. Neighbors we know had to evacuate. Are they being allowed back into their homes? And of those you talked with during the standoff or possibly afterwards, what are they saying about the behavior of Mike Montana?
Well, neighbors I spoke with, well, they are being allowed back in right now. They say he didn't say hi. He's only been here for a few months. We learned that he was kicked out of his old property where he lived in basically a shipping container. He lived in a shipping container in an industrial area behind a business, and he lived there for several years. So he was kicked out of that property. He moved here. He wouldn't say hi. He wouldn't acknowledge people. Some of the neighbors also suspected that there may have been some drug use involved by his appearance. So no one really had any great things to say about him.
All
Back
right.
to you.
Emily Valdez, thank you for that report.